What's up everyone, JayzTwoCents here, and it has been like probably over a year at least since we did responding and reacting to your setups. Something like that. That's what we're gonna do today. You showed us your setups and we're gonna critique it. All three of us.
All three of us.
YIKES Waterblock's quantum torque fittings for PC liquid cooling include static extenders, rotary adapters, offsets, double rotary fittings, and micro series for all small form factor systems. With a wide variety of fittings, your loop building experience becomes much easier, quicker, and more streamlined. And all torque fittings come in 4 major finish options that will blend in with any setup. The standard nickel-plated versions, the special matte black, satin titanium, and fittings plated with real gold. With replaceable locking rings available in multiple colors and aesthetic color rings only available from YIKES, the customization options are almost endless. To see the full lineup of YIKES Waterblock torque fittings, follow the link in the description below.
All right, so this was on Twitter. If you guys want to, we'll probably pick this series back up again. It's content people like, and it gives inspiration for people to think about their builds and their setups. And also, I asked specifically for some cringe stuff too, because let's face it, we all have some cringe out there that we are sweeping under the rug and closing behind closet doors. And today we are going to shove those doors open and see what the hell kind of crap we can find. So I said on Twitter, you've been asking forever and we want to deliver. We want to react to your system. Show us your systems and setups so we can share our thoughts. Show us stuff whether it be awesome or cringe or anything in between. So if you guys want to have a chance of being a part of this, then make sure you're following at JayzTwoCents on Twitter. Moving on, we are sort of just going to scroll through live and see what we can find and what grabs our attention. First thing I get right here is the PC Philanthropy. He says, take your pick. It's pretty obvious that a lot of the stuff he's dealing with right here is like retro builds. If it wasn't obvious by the old Alienware tower here in the NES style controller. I don't think it's a real NES controller. Nope, it's not. And the Zelda. Okay, so first and foremost, these old Alienware cases. Phil, do you remember these? Did you ever see these? This was probably one of the few cases that Alienware ever sold that wasn't their own case design. I like the pastel-y like 90s colors, like the reactor green and the purple. I like that a lot. Is that a freaking RGB server closet? That is sick. I wish I had some pictures of the inside. Let's see.
Dude.
Screw the tower. Look at your tower. I want to see your.
Yeah.
Who is this? Kistler? Oh, he's got an audio rack in there too. Look, he's got his audio receiver up there. That's sick. I want to know. Oh, he's got his UPS down here in the bottom. I want to know what the cooling solution is in there, because I have to imagine that's really like a coat closet they converted into a server.
Yeah.
That would be hot. If you don't have HVAC in there. I wish I had some like more close-up photos of that. That is awesome. It's a pretty standard looking streamer setup. Rip the Go XLR. I mean, there's never gonna be another update for those. Their Stream Deck looks like mine, where they have the big one and then like 6 buttons being used. Because I'm just like, what can I possibly fill out all these buttons for? I like how they have 2 key lights and a ring light. It's like, we heard you want stream lighting.
Yeah.
Racing Sims. Oh, full motion one, look at this. This is why we need basements in California.
Yeah.
I can't do this in like my house. They're both motion, aren't they?
You do this in your office.
Oh no, they are both motion, aren't they? Okay, that's clearly a full motion racing sim. That's gotta be at least a $20,000 system on the left right there, at least. These are clearly like 3 TVs, I think. On the right here, this is very similar-ish to like what we just built. Hey, everyone's giving us a hard time for our panels being high. Look how high his is versus the head. I personally wouldn't care about full motion like in 2D, but I would love to experience a full motion rig like that with a VR headset. Oh my gosh.
Bro, we heard you like motion sims.
Do you like rent your space? Cause I wanna come and check it out. I wanna grow up to be this guy.
I know, what the heck?
I'm too poor to afford this thing alone, let alone this room. So far, Noobifier is first place. It's a nice, clean, like businessy looking setup. Look, they've got rockets and Millennium Falcons and stuff up here.
It looks like an ex-Mac user setup.
A reformed Mac user.
Yeah.
We prefer the term reformed Mac users. 3090, 5950X for the main PC. Second dedicated stream rig also looped in. Well, okay, so this is a dual rig. This is probably like an Elite. Does it say what case it is? Does not. It's probably like a, yeah, it is. It's the Corsair 1000D. That's what you can see. You got 8 fans in the front. Yeah, it's the Corsair 1000D. But, you know, I still think clear red with white lighting is very like classy. I do kind of like too how he has red fans on one side and white fans on the other. With Scandinavian Wolf right here, like his wallpaper, all I can see is America! yeah! Yeah, this is the Lich King right here, but I think it's a mural of different things. Like, I think he's got like some Lich King stuff there. I'm not sure what the...
That's StarCraft.
The StarCraft, yeah. I think he's just sort of... Oh, it is. It's a dwarf riding a griffin. But I just saw the eagle head, so I thought, America! Oh, this is cool. I've been wanting to do one of these again someday. External radiator like this, just to screw around with. I still want to come up with a quick disconnect type of cooling system to plug into things for testing. That's a really clean looking build right there. That's really clean.
Oh, wow.
This is what's awesome about the distro plates and stuff that are specific for certain cases. Especially this is like EK, right? It knows where everything's gonna line up and it gives you options in case it doesn't. So you can get these nice clean systems like this.
I like the sensor panel position too.
I didn't even notice the sensor panel. Oh yeah, right there. Especially if you're not gonna be using like the rear fan or anything. Like in Skunkworks, I don't need that rear fan. I really should just put it there. All right, so Cuddy automatically wins right here. Not only because he's been following me for like 10 years, but because he's got the JayzTwoCents water block.
Hey.
Okay, so this almost looks like a promo. Like this looks like a promo type picture someone would post about a new case or a keyboard launch. It's that clean.
Yes.
It's like sometimes your setup can surpass what seems like a used setup and becomes more like an IKEA display. The Height Y70 is nice though because there's the screen. That screen is such an awesome feature. I know the bends of liquid cooling are really bad, first ones I have done. I wanna talk about this real quick. This is actually not an easy bend. I just want to point that out. Like obviously it's not level, right? Like that bend right there is also not easy. This is also not an easy bend. He needs to give himself some credit. Although the system is filthy AF, these bends are not easy. So anyway, give yourself some credit. Those were not easy bends, I guarantee it. So I had to move my setup. The cable management is before. It's much better now, I promise. Haha, running Gigabyte X570, 3600.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah. Pixar did not
Oh,
have
nice.
it.
Wait,
What?
Yeah, this cable management or something.
at least they're aware.
Hey, mismanaged is still management. This is a neat room though. I personally I don't collect like figurines and stuff like that. So to me, that's not what I would decorate the room with. But the space is awesome. I wish I had a space like that. Oh, this is like a maker center, little space, little
That's
3D
actually a
print.
dope.
That's
Yeah,
pretty dope.
That's dope.
I'm wondering now maybe how many of these are 3D printed that he painted and stuff.
Yeah.
Now that just changed my opinion if that's the case because that's a lot of work. The shape of this room bothers me. And I know I know it is. That's what I'm gonna say. I know this is like an older like Midwest house, maybe that's like old, right? And it's got an attic and so it's got that kind of a half octagon, whatever that's called, roof. But as a tall guy, I don't like walls sloping down towards me because I bump my head on everything as it is. And it's really kind of bothering me that the screens aren't centered. Like you have all this room, get yourself another Alex drawer, make it a pedestal for your tower and center the monitors. Like that is just driving me nuts now that I see it. But he's also suffering from either this is a lens distortion or he's getting the Carl B droop in the center. So that's why I never put it does look like a droop. That's why I never put my desks as wide as the table. I always try and bring them centered in as much as possible. That way there's less weight in the center, sagging it down. That's just a known side effect of the Carl B because it is MDF or medium fiber medium. It's a fiber board, so it's like a medium density, but whatever. They will sag because they're not solid wood.
Tubes, bro.
Yep.
And fit radiated. Jeez.
Oh my god.
It's very it looks like ice when it's on.
Yeah. It looks
like
like a
it.
nuclear reactor when it's on.
I like his drain right here too. This is like perfect. I like how he even notched the case right there.
Nice.
To be able to, because that's the EK drain. So you unscrew that right and it pops out and you put the fitting on there. He's got the same Barotech flow meter that I had, but in white. Bussin'.
I thought
This feels like it's like it's like a stripper room.
I need that sign. That's freaking hilarious.
I'm just moving on.
That is my favorite.
This is a Makita build.
Nice.
Wait. Makita 12600, 4060, 32 gigs of 3600, 1 terabyte NVMe, some other spare parts from some dead systems, rescued the circular saw case from a construction bin. I feel like they were inspired by our nuclear football build that we did.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Take that to the job site and just see how people react to it. That is a pretty nice, efficient use of space right there. I'm really triggered by this very mismatched monitor setup, but I can't knock points off for that because I also run a mismatched monitor setup at home. Because I run the 38-inch ultra-wide LG, that's like the 3860 by 1600 ultra-wide, which is not a standard even ultra-wide resolution, not even 21 by 9 resolution. And then because I stream, I ended up throwing one of our 4K ViewSonic Elite panels to my left. So they don't match at all. But what I also didn't do was try and butt them up against each other because I knew they didn't match. They're just kind of there. A long time ago was like, I'm gonna change my monitor setup. And it's been like 3 years since I started streaming and I still haven't done it. So Stopper JJ says, recently replaced my lower 2 displays with the Odyssey OLED G9 for work. Some light editing, but mostly for that sweet ultra-wide gaming. Also moved my sit stand to the far side of my office for extra VR space and installed ceiling pulleys for the index cable. Oh, nice, the ceiling, oh, that's right there, the ceiling pulleys. I wonder what he's hiding behind the Japanese like cherry blossom partition over here. We all know those are just for hiding a mess that you don't want anyone to see. You're not hiding, you're not fooling anybody.
Well, I was hiding. When I was a kid, those were for poking holes through, and then my friends getting mad.
Well, I don't think these ones from like Amazon or wherever it may be from are like actual rice paper.
Dude, yeah, the ones that my parents had were, they're such a satisfying, like, you know, and then my mom got super pissed.
Oh my God. Okay, Sigma says, you may remember me, I'm here for a little bit of redemption. At one point I had my setup so no wires were visible, but I had to add some temporary wires for my work from home setup. So there's still some hanging, still a work in progress. Some? Oh, this is before. I remember this. I was like, is this in a prison? Yeah. Like, what is up with the cinder blocks?
The brick wall.
Anyway, I guess it's a little better. I like how his lightsaber is like a light.
Okay, I think it's a lot better. Like,
yeah.
He actually bundled.
What is going on with the window though? Because we can't see the window from this angle. So like, what is the deal with the window? It's like a piece of wood with a mount of some sort and partially blocked, but not really. Okay, it's improved. And when you said there's room for improvement, I wholeheartedly agree. John West, I'm just looking at his signs. Eat, sleep, and game. Just one more game. Just 5 more games. No game, no life. Keep calm and game on. It's like someone gave them like the Amazon bulk pack of gaming frames.
Yeah.
We get it. Yeah, game. Why are there fans stacked right there?
It's a Bulbul fan.
It's a Bulbul fan. I would love to see a close-up picture of it. Okay, why? Clyde says, my traveling ITX setup on board a commercial ship. It has circled the world once already. 5800X3D, 3070 Ti, and other stuff, right? It's actually pretty clean. Look at this. Does the side panel close though? That looks like it sticks up, huh? I guess it barely clears. Look at that. Yeah, there it is right there.
Wow, it actually does.
That's actually, I'm just looking at the amount of space. The fact that he even has a desk means he's gotta be maybe some sort of like a upper crew member, because you would not have a freaking desk like this in normal ship crew quarters. The hell is this? This is my server PC. It has an i7 4770K, 32 gigs of 2600 DDR3, an EVGA 960. ASRock motherboard, I forgot the model. It's inside of a Nighthawk box.
Oh.
Like
So
literally it's
Austin
inside a
Evans
cardboard
build.
box.
Austin Evans approved a frame.
Yes, that's an Austin Evans build if I ever saw one.
Power supply outside the case, dude.
Okay, this is where we're gonna end it, because this is pretty ingenious right here. It's a 2x2 meter garden shed conversion. So it's like a she shed, but a he shed or they shed, I don't know. It's a shed, okay? It says, I run my Flight Sim YouTube channel from here, and yes, those are pipes coming out of my PC with no windows and a ton of insulation in the walls. My PC was slowly cooking me. So he just vented it out of the shed.
Dude, that's sick.
That's why I was like, there you go.
That's actually sick.
Do yourself a favor and just buy yourself a little mini split. Like a little half-ton mini split would be perfect for that. It would keep the room nice and cool. This is Justin, Real Fallen Foe. Start of 2024 setup. What caught my attention with this real quick is I like the earth tones, but I like the indirect lighting like this. Yeah. I really do. Like look at this angle right here. It's just
the green plants, the greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the greenery is nice because it just gives, again, the earth tones, right? It has a very calming, like we're in a freaking rainforest. Yeah. Like he needs to have a soundtrack always going in here of like raindrops and birds chirping and wind through trees. It's just such a simple, clean setup. I like this a lot.
I really like that setup.
Like this looks like something you would look up if you were to go to like Google and look up modern wood tone office setup, and this would pop up on Pinterest. Yeah. Like that's what this looks like.
That's
to me.
cool. That thing looks.
I love it. Justin definitely gets the cleanest setup award as far as I'm concerned on this one. And you know what's funny? You can tell he doesn't show the other side of the room. I would have loved to have seen what was over here on the left, given he's clearly got one of those IKEA displays with keyboards and stuff on there. There's gotta be more going on in this room. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you wanna be featured in a future video like this, make sure you guys are following at JayzTwoCents. I'll put it up there. We might move this over to like Reddit at some point or a Discord or something, but for now, Twitter's gonna be the best place to do this. Anyway, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you had a favorite setup here and you saw their name on Twitter, why don't you head on over there and give them a like or a heart and tell them that you like their setup. Or if you thought it was gross, go tell them that too. Some of them need to know. No, don't do that, be positive. But constructive criticism positive? I don't know what I'm trying to say. All right, bye.